Howard Roark Bartholomew, how was your day? Did you go to school today? You're so cute. The most handsome boy I've ever seen in my whole life or could ever even see. You're gonna have your stuff tonight. I've been thinking about that. I want to do a building. Can I put this on YouTube for a home video? We have to store it. These phones don't last forever. Yes? I love you, Howard Roark Bartholomew. Yeah, those witches were in the car all day, and the car was really hot. I got into the lab today. You know, there's some crazy physics. I was in the lab this morning, and, you know, that will come out eventually. Howard knows what it is, but, you know, and I send it out to the people that I'm in contact with, but exciting stuff, really exciting. You know, it was something that somebody had said that nobody creates anything, and you know, for me in physics, that's absolutely not true, man. In art, does anybody create anything, or is everybody just bumping into everybody else who creates stuff? Well, you know, if the physics, you know, but I don't know. I mean, you're looking at Howard Roark Bartholomew. He's a writer. He plays piano. I don't know if he plays that one. That's a new one. But he writes his own music on piano when he has his piano. You know, I haven't let him for years because I was a ghostwriter. And there was a fight over making him ghostwrite. You know, there's a fight over making you ghostwrite. You remember my dad said, if Robert won't continue to ghostwrite, I'll make him make Howard ghostwrite. Well, we escaped that, and you know that was because ghostwriting fucking sucks. You fuck up your whole life, ghostwriting, and you know. So Howard is one of only two people that I've ever met that can write. You know, I did meet a producer once. His name was Dan Kramer. He's a great man. He's dead. Howard is part of Dan Kramer and my plan. We understood that we were locked in Mortal Kombat, and so Dan Kramer and I discussed that one of us was going to die, for sure, and Dan Kramer did. But we had plans that, you know, we knew the living one would, you know, go on to stuff like Fame and Fortune. But we decided that we were going to reject it. And, you know, I just am going to live here in Wauwatosa. I got a deal, actually a few years ago. I rejected it, and there's been radio silence since, to go and be like, you know, the male Kim Kardashian. You know, get my credit and all that stuff. And I rejected it because I want to stay here and raise Howard. This is the right place for him.